Hey everybody, today we're going to be talking about every purple deck in the time I was reincarnated as a slime. The first deck we're going to be talking about is our Xion deck. It's going to be based on Xion, Rimuru, and Diablo. We have our zero cost Rimuru that draws one, pitches one. We have our zero cost Gobza, that's a fake double energy. And our zero cost Xion with 2k BP. We have our one cost Rimuru that allows us to look at the top card of our deck, and our color trigger Xion, which is a nullify impact that gains 1000 on the opponent's turn if Rimuru is on the field. We have a 2-cost Rimuru that when restood or when active, it gains another extra energy. We have our 3-cost I can't even pronounce that. It's our double energy that allows us to look at the top 4 and then put one on top with the rest at the bottom, or you can look at the top deck, and if it's a Rimuru, then you get to add that to your hand. You have your 4-2 Diablos that gain 3 effects based on what you want to choose. If you have a Rimuru on the field, you have your 4-1 Raid Rimuru, which is your draw 2, pitch 1, and then it gives off your Diablo and Xion's the ability to choose everything. You have your 4-1 Xion, which is your main priority to raid out, and that way you can always recur your cards back and push damage through with impact. And you have your 4-1 Xion, which allows you to grab back either a Team Reborn or Rimuru 1 cost or less, add it to your hand from the sideline, or if you have it in your hand, you can play it out. And we have our standard 4 finals and 4 specials. So as we can see, we have 11 zeros and 8 ones with 4 twos and 8 threes and a lot of 4 costs, like over 20 4 costs. And our triggers are heavily skewed toward our draw triggers. We have about 15 draw triggers with 8 active and 8 raids. And we have our standard 4 colors, 4 specials, and 4 finals. We have no gets at all. You will not be adding anything from your life to your hand unless it's a raid. And our power range, we have about 8 1000s to 2000s, and we have a lot of mid-range cards and about 16 4Ks. Using Express's website, you're able to see the chances of you breaking. So in your first hand, you have about an 87% chance of breaking. And if you don't see your bridge, then I would recommend you mulligan, because there's a 98% chance that you mulligan into a playable hand. So now we're going to talk about some key cards of the deck. The first key card that we're going to be talking about is a Xion. She is a 4-cost raid. Her effect is when attacking, if Rimuru is on your field, choose one of the following. You may place 1 card from your hand into your sideline. If you do, play up to 1 purple card with 1 or less energy and Team Reborn affinity from your sideline set resting onto your field. Choose up to 1 character on your field. It gains 2000 BP until the end of the turn. This character gains 1000 impact until the end of the turn. Some of the cards you want to target with this effect is the 1-cost color Xion. She's a nullify impact and a 3k on your opponent's turn. She can stop your opponents from impacting you so much, and you're able to recur cards, so you do want to block out, and the next card you want to bring back is your Gabozo. Your 0, let's say you're low on energy, you want to bring him out, that way you can get to 4 energy on the next turn. The next key card of the deck is our 4-cost Rimuru Raid. When its effect is when played, draw 2 cards, then place 1 card from your hand into your sideline and activate main. If on the front line, place 1 card from the hand into the sideline. Once per turn, you may choose one of the following abilities on your purple cards to choose all of the following abilities until the end of the turn. The best cards you want to use this with is your 4-cost Xion and your 4-cost double AP Diablo. This just allows you to use their effects to its maximum value. Your Xion bringing you back a body, boosting the character up by 2k, and giving itself impact. Allows you to just do a lot with it and being able to attack with your babies. Your 4-2 Diablo being able to come in active, forcing your opponent to choose to remove one of their bodies, and also being able to draw 2, pitch 1. It just allows you to just get the maximum value off of those 2 cards. And the last key card of the deck is our 4-2 AP Diablo. Its effect is when played, if Rimuru is on your field, choose one of the following. Draw 2 cards, place 1 from your hand into your sideline. Your opponent sidelines 1 character on their front line, and switch this character to active. So just as we were saying before, if you have the Rimuru 4-cost raid, you are able to use all of its effects and just get maximum value off of it. If you're ever playing it without the Rimuru raid, you kind of just want to use it to force your opponent to remove a body, especially if they only have one. It's just a free removal. So lastly, we're going to talk about some cards to consider. You have your 2-cost opening festival site. When played, look at the top 5 cards, reveal a Rimuru or one character with 4 required energy added to your hand. And you put the bottom of your deck. And if you have Rimuru on your field, you draw a card. So this just allows you to get deeper into your deck. And if you're struggling to find your key pieces, I would suggest you play that. Another card to consider is your answer. Its effect being you may change the next, choose one of the following ability on the purple card you play this turn to choose all of the following ability, and you get one of your APs back to active. This allows you to just be able to use that 4-cost Shion, which allows you to bring back a card from your hand and play out a body, and then you're able to get both of its effects without having to Rimuru on the field. In case you didn't have any Remorers on the field, it allows you to bring it back and just be able to use their effects, whichever one that you have. And if you have a raid Remover, you can raid on top of that raid target. And then the last card we're going to be talking about is our 0-cost Team Reborn. It allows you to have another 2k on your field to be able to be a little bit more aggressive in your early game. And you get a nullify impact as well, which stops your opponent's impacts from coming through. And in this meta, there's a lot of impacts, so you're able to block early, especially on that 4-cost Sakamoto raid. He's always going to have impact, so you can easily use this Team Reborn and bring her back later with the Shion raid. So my final thoughts on the Shion deck, it's going to be one of the best decks coming out of Slime. Just being able to recur a lot and drawing and searching for your cards makes it a lot more consistent. This is one of the decks you should take going into the rare battle format. And as always, this is just a beginner list. If you find a better ratio than this, feel free to change it. Always try to tailor your decks to your playstyle. You can net deck always, but it will not play out the same for you as it will for somebody else. The next deck we're going to be talking about is our Luminous deck. We have our 0-cost Hinatas. When played, give a Hinata 1k boost. You also got your 0-cost Rimuru, which is a draw 1 pitch 1, and your 0-cost Luminous raid targets. And you also have your 1-cost Luminous that searches your Luminous or your Hinatas. You have your 2-cost Color Hinata, which puts itself under a Hinata raid and activates the when played ability. You have your 2-cost Mayasuki. When on the front line, you can rest a card, and it forces your opponent to rest one of their cards, or if it's sidelined, your opponent also has to choose one of their cards to rest. You have your 3-cost double energy Hinata with nullify impact, and its effect is when attacking, you may perform draw a card, give this character 1k BP until the end of the turn, and if you do, you put the base rated card into the trash. You have your 3-cost Lewis. When sidelined, you get to bring back a 3-cost or less Luminous or Hinata back onto the field, resting. And then you have your 3-cost Luminous. When played, you may choose another character on your field. If you do sideline it, and you get to play up to 1 Hinata with 2 or less required energy, 1 AP cost from your sideline, sets a rest onto your field. So you kind of always want to target with the Hinata color trigger. And you have your 4-cost Valdora. When targeted, you can trash a card from your hand and it stays on the field. And when it attacks, wins a battle, you draw a card and pitch a card. And you also have your 4-cost Raid Hinata, which is your impact of the deck, and your Luminous, which is your double damage of the deck. And you have your 4 finals and your 4 specials. So in this deck, we're running 12 zeros and 4 ones with 8 2-cost, 12 3-cost, 10 4-cost, and 4 5-cost. And our triggers are pretty even around the board. We have 8 draw triggers, 8 get triggers, 6 active triggers, 8 read triggers, and you got your basic 4 color triggers, 4 specials, and 4 finals. In this deck, the power range is pretty even as well. You have from 1 to 2, we have 12, 2 to 3, we have 8, 3 to 4, we have 12, and 4 to 5, we have 10, but we know there's no 5Ks, so there's about 10 4Ks in the deck right now. In this deck, we have an 87% chance to not brick, so 13% chance to brick. And if we mulligan, we have only a 2% chance to brick, with the odds of being 98%. I like those odds, you know. So we're going to start with our key cards of the deck. We have our 5-cost Luminous Raid, whose effect is when this character attacks and wins a battle, play up to one Hinata card with 2 or less required energy and 1 AP cost from your sideline set to rest onto your field. When played, this character gains 1000 BP and 2 damage until the end of the turn. Activate main if on the front line once per turn. Draw a card, then activate this character's when played ability. Sideline one other character on your field. So some of the best cards to target with your sideline one other character on your field is your Veldora, which just causes you to just pitch a card. Your 2-cost Masayuki, where you can push it to the front line, rest it, pop it, force your opponent to rest another card, and your 0-cost Hinata just to be able to recur it and keep BP boosting your Hinatas. And one that's not up there but is worth mentioning is your Lewis, being able to pop the Louis and being able to bring back either a Hinata or a Luminous depending on what you need. It gives you an opportunity to respond to your opponent's plays and be able to play around what they're doing to you. And the last key card of the deck is our Hinata, whose effect is when played, draw a card. This character gains. This character cannot be chosen by your opponent's trigger abilities until the end of the turn. And when attacking, you may choose up to one character with 4k or more BP on your opponent's front line. Switch it to resting. This character gains impact 1 until the end of the turn. If you do, place the base card of this rated character into your sideline. Pretty self-explanatory. This is your damage and what allows you to push damage to Lumeris through, because you are able to rest 4Ks or more. And if anything else, you are always going to be able to get that impact in to deal 1 damage per turn. So some cards to consider are the 3-cost Mojimi. When played, draw a card, then place 1 card from your hand to the sideline, double energy. This is just in case you're not able to find your Hinatas or Luminous double energies and you just want to confirm your Luminous to come out. You can add in 2 Mojimis. I put Lewis in here as a ratio change because you are running 2 Valdoras, 2 Lewis, and 2 Miyazakis, and I believe those are the cards that you can tweak the ratios with, see which one you like most, and go that route. And the last card we have to consider is our 3-cost event Resurrection. You add 1 character from your sideline to your hand, and if Luminaris is on your field, draw a card. Just a plus 1 card with the draw trigger. Enough said. I believe this deck is the best deck from Reincarnated Slime. It has everything you would need. It has your rest, your 4Ks or more, it has your impact, it has your damage to pressure. You're able to bring out bodies for free. It's just too good. The pressure is almost always there because you're always going to be able to activate your damage to Luminous. And if they don't have a special or a removal of some kind, the Luminous is just going to be able to get you so much value. I think this is going to be the best deck to take to rare battle format because it goes well into Malim, it goes well into the 4K blue Rimuru deck, and it goes well into the Shion deck because you can just rest those bodies, or you can rest an active trigger that they get out of life and poke damage regardless. Overall, I believe purple is going to be one of the better colors coming out of Reincarnated Slime. It just has so many different amounts of pressure. If you want to see any changes I make to the deck ratio wise, or I've been playtesting and I'm like, oh, I want to play this card, the link will be in the bio below. You'll be able to see as I change the decks, any changes I make will be there. Any questions you got for me or my thought process, just send them down into the comment section and I'll respond to you. All right, see you at the next one. Peace.